You know, guys, when you do something for the first time, you are going to suck at it. When you do something for the first time, you are going to be terrible at it. So that was me when I started teaching ESL here in Taiwan. I was terrible. I was at ground zero. I was at the bottom. I was the underdog. And it really put me in a state of depression. Today, I'm really going to get candid and honest about how my journey started in Taiwan. It wasn't smooth sailing in the beginning. I don't want to lie. It was not smooth sailing at all. I know that now that I have a YouTube channel and I'm sharing ideas, I have, all these things that I'm able to share with you guys on this channel. You might think that, oh my God, she's the most brilliant person we've ever seen. Wow, it must have been so easy for you. Why is it not easy for me? Duh, it was not easy at all. So I just want to share that story. Maybe it's going to motivate somebody to do better, motivate somebody to also push harder and know that in the end, there is light at the end of the tunnel. And I can tell you this, people who knew me when I first started ESL teaching in Tainan, they will definitely tell you that I was so quiet. I never used to mingle and socialize a lot with people. You know what? Even my videos when I started, I never used to talk because I just didn't believe in myself. Who wants to listen to me? Like, what can I say? Most of my videos, I just used to play background music and just be working or whatever the theme of the video was about. I never thought that one day I would just be like talking to people, saying hello to people, saying I have something to say or share with you guys. So my journey was not easy at all. So that is what today is all about. How I started ESL teaching and the lessons I've learned and the mistakes that I have made. And maybe, just maybe, they might be able to help somebody. See the three countries, okay? Now, who can show me Japan? Raise your hand if you can show me Japan. Ray, stand up. Please come and circle. Circle Japan. Stand up. Sorry, let me set this for you. Okay, can you circle Japan? Japan, raise your hand. This side. This side. Yay, very good. This is Japan. Let's get hands for here. Ready, go. Okay, now, who can show me Mexico? Okay, let's go. Stand up. So what you have just watched in the previous clip is the new version of me, the confident teacher, the teacher who knows what she wants in class, the teacher who knows how to make a class interactive and engaging, knows how to make students come alive and want to participate in the class, the teacher who is a facilitator and lets the students be the one that lead the way, not be the lecturer. But that was not me a few years ago when I started ESL teaching. So in this video, I'm going to share with you the 6 mistakes I made when I started ESL teaching in Taiwan. By the way, I didn't even greet you today. Hello, my name is Zane. Welcome to Learn, Grow, and Share with Zane. I'm Zane Ziane. I'm from Eswatini, and I'm an ESL teacher right here in Taiwan. If you're new to this channel, welcome. But if you're a regular watcher, thank you for always watching, and welcome once again to the channel. So, let's get down to it. How was my first year teaching here in Taiwan? I'll definitely tell you it was not the easiest year. I felt like I made so many mistakes that could have been avoided had I prepared myself properly, mentally, in terms of research, and also in terms of interactions with people. So that is what we are going to be looking at today, the 6 mistakes I made when I first started ESL teaching in Taiwan. And I hope anybody watching this video who's already in Taiwan or is planning on coming to Taiwan, they watch this video, they get inspiration, and also they try to avoid some of the mistakes that I've made. And if they are making the mistakes that I made, they should just stop it, because they are not going to go far if they continue with those mistakes. So I improved because I realized my mistakes and I just decided to stop it and then start a new path in a new school, and then also start a new path mentally. So that's why in the end you see this version of me, which is not like at the pivotal or at the top, but it is a way better version of me. For me, because I know where I come from, it is a way better version of me. I'm above average. I'm learning every day. And I'm also implementing the things that I've learned, which I feel are bringing back my confidence to a point that I'm able to even have this channel to share with other people. I've learned and I've grown. And that is why I am now sharing with other people. Let's get down to the first mistake I made when I started ESL teaching in Taiwan. Well, the first thing I would say I noticed about my mistakes has to do with research. I did not do proper research before coming to Taiwan. Actually, I thought I did. I thought I had researched enough, but when I got here on the ground, it was not to be. I totally realized the comparison that most people make when it comes to like driving. They say the driving school is not the road. So it's something like this. Yeah, it's something like that. Umgwaqo bathi nguye lokufundisa kushayela. Yeah. So uyaya driving school, ufunde the theory, when they practice every now and then, but urealize sasemgaqweni ukuthi this is so harder than I thought, right? So if I had put in a bit more research, bekutaba ngconywana. Of course, umgwaqo rough, but nje, I feel khona research nami that I could have made to make the journey a bit easier for me. So I feel I didn't do enough research. When I got the job, I think I had like 3 weeks before I left. In those 3 weeks, benginale excitement. Oh my God, I need to pack. Oh my God, I need to do this. Angifuni kushiya lokhu kungakenteki. Angifuni bahlupheke sengingekho. Angizange sengihlale phansi sengibe like, you know what? Kune curriculum lapha. I-curriculum yakhona ikanjani, i-lesson plan structure yakhona ikanjani. I know ukuthi bafundisa ngama-PPTs, but I never even went to the ICT teacher or any other person related to ICT to like improve my skills. Because okay, PPT koja kwentekani, such that when I got here, I got the shock of my life. Ukuthi hayibo lana kuyasheshwa udla ugijima uyabona. But in my mind bengikuthi nje mina hayibo bangicashile phela bayangathi ukuthi ngibuye eSwatini khona lengingakwadi bathi angifundzisa lo like nje kutoba ne-orientation of some sort, like a 1 week 2 week orientation, so nje kuphekwa mina. Guys, I got the shock of my life because as much as kukhona orientation lapha nalapha, you observe, uyafundiswa lokho nalokho, but ufundziswa kube kusetshenzwa, uyabona. Whatever they're showing you, kusasa uye eklasini, nabo baye eklasini, nabo baya kuma-meetings. So I see the rosy picture that I had pictured in my mind, right? And I realized that some of these things I could have done on my own. Even the lesson plan structure, I was okay, please, yeah, the lesson plan. I mean, I had to like, coach your lesson plan yalana ima kanjani. The thing is so available. People have YouTube videos on it. Some people on TikTok. Kukhona nje, you have an idea of what to expect when you think of an ESL lesson plan. But me, being me, I did not. I just thought, hayibo batangifundisa nje, batang-orienta nje. Kanti kwesami, I mean, the semester has already started. Kuyafundiswa, kuyashesha. Kude isikhathi seku-nurturisha, uyabona, sekunesa. Yes, bangakufundisa ukuthi okay, isithombe sifaka kanjena, lokhu kwenta kanjena, but kube kusheshwa. Nabo uyababona ukuthi ba-busy. So kufuna nawe ukuthi ubabambise ngani, wekwenta i-research on your own. Ufike kukhona lokwatiko that they're gonna build on, right? So loko nje kwangenza ngaba so depressed, ngaba like what? Kwentekani? And I even started regretting. Ngaba like, oh my God, ngashiya umsebenzi wami lo permanent, lo pensionable, and I was so comfortable. Yes, sengicabanga leya comfort zone. So like, oh my God, ngashiya nama form 3 zami, nama form 5 zami, nje ngabe ngiyawadrilla because it's September, right? sesilungiselela ama-exams. Oh my God, ngabe ngijule abantu bami nje Nkosi yami for the exam. Sengicabanga leya comfort zone yami because I am so uncomfortable la ngikhona khona ngiyamangala ukuthi oh my God, kanti kwentekani uyabona. So I would say do as much research as you can, especially in lesson plan structure, maybe my PPTs. Nekulalela abantu nje labayindako i-content about ESL teaching. It's gonna make the journey easier. Of course, kunengle safuna bakufundisa kona, but it's gonna make the journey easier. Believe me, I made that mistake, and I wouldn't encourage any other person who say nje sign a contract. How ngiyobona phambili. Hey, don't hlanganeni blood to Sashem. They're so nice. I won't lie. They're very nice. They always try to assist you, but they're so busy. And uya classini, right? So awutholi enough nurturing ngaleso sikhathi ukuthi as much as bakufundisa kufuna uye classini, right? And uye classini usakabi confident enough, uvakathi usashoda lana kube bengadi naku or kanjani njani njani njani. So please do your research on all those things. Ungafiki uku 0 0. At least figure out 5, figure out 5 out of 10. No matter 3 out of 10. Minasham, I was a 0 out of 10, and it was so terrible. It was never an easy journey at all, which brings me to number two, because number one and number two are very closely related. Since number one is about research, number two is about the laptop. I really wish I had bought a laptop the first month I started ESL teaching. It would have made my life so much easier, I kid you not. Because, like I mentioned, ekuqaleni ukuthi I come from a background le ngasebenzisi a lot of technology nayifundzisa, right? So the transition was not very easy. So I needed to really practice even when I wasn't at work. So I would practice at work, work in between, have meetings in between. But when I got to the house, really, if kwake kwaclicka in my mind, ukuthi uyathi kuthini, i-laptop ifuna ngiqale ngayo because I need to continue practicing. I need to practice in the house, ngiphume endlini, maybe ngiye coffee shop, ngiye Starbucks, ngithenge coffee and continue to practice. Ngingapractice only nangisesikolweni because once kwaphela isikole and bosolo usebenza kuncane lokufunzile. Kufuna ukuthi noma usendlini uchubeke with the research, uchubeke with the practicing of the technology, the PPTs, and even beyond. Bakhanze ukuthi kukhona lokunye loku extra lokwatiko. Look outside what they've already taught you. So I would say if you're new to the ESL world, ungameli for 3 months, second semester to buy a laptop. Just do it immediately. Manager, I bought mine second semester. Can you believe it? Second semester was like so late because already my confidence had dived, it has taken such a tank, and I really felt depressed and I couldn't think properly, and I was not as confident as I used to be when I was back home. So I realized later, ukuthi had I bought the laptop, practice, and I sharpened my skills, bekutaba ngcono with each day that passes. So yeah, regret number two, I did not buy a laptop soon enough. Now figure a month or two, buy your laptop, you'll see my skills akho asharpenisheka, and also you'll see your confidence really, really, flourishing. Right. This brings me to mistake number three. Mistake number three has to do with wanting too much too soon. As ngihamba le ndlela, I realized that in the beginning, I didn't give myself enough grace and patience, ukuthi le ndlela ngihambe kahle, ngitincenge, ngi-understande, and also just have that foreknowledge. Let's see, when you do something for the first time, you are going to suck at it. When you do something for the first time, you are going to be terrible at it. And when you do something for the first time, you are not going to be confident. You are not going to be bubbly. You're not going to be the person you used to be. Now, suga ekaya. So I feel like I didn't really take that into consideration because not only am I starting a new job, but I'm also starting like afresh in a new country. It's a new country, it's a new culture, there are culture shocks, the adaptation, the weather, the season, my family, it was the first time like I had been like really, really inactive and separated from my family. Like ngaleyo ndlela uyabona. So konke lokho, the culmination of all those things coming together, and then also now ufika emsebentini, it's a go 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 go, yes, agenda situation. um I think I didn't really digest that properly. So I didn't give myself grace and patience ukuthi ngihambe kahle kule ndlela and prepare myself kahle psychologically. I just kept on blaming myself. Why ngingakukhoni lokhu? Why nyalo kufuna ngabe sengenda naku? So I just wanted everything. I wanted everything ukuthi ilunge ngaleso sikhathi, and I would blame myself and I would be so hard on myself, and I just ended up being so depressed. And ngigcine ngingasathi ukuthi yini le ngidepressako ngulo msebenzi, being away from my family, the whole country, the adaptation, bese angisathi, and ekugcineni kwayo konke I just ended up blaming myself. So I would say, like, to deal with this issue, just have more grace, have grace upon yourself. Know that, you know what, ngisuke from a country lengakhulela kuyo all my life, bese ngijwayele kuso, nasemsebenzini bese ngijwayele kuthi. So as I transition, if I make a few mistakes, it's okay. If I make a few mistakes, it's okay. There is no such thing as a perfect lesson. Even right now, kule level engikuyo nyalo, after 2+ years, I do make a lot of mistakes, but now I have so much grace and patience upon myself. And just, oh, it's okay. It happens, right? If I drop something in class or I forgot to put something on the PPT, even my co-teachers will be like, it's okay. We can just maneuver like this. So ang sabi, like before, when nangendi mistake, I blame myself. I'm so angry. My whole day is ruined. Ang sadly, and I feel so dumb. I'm so stupid. How could I do this? So on this journey, just know usaqala kutawulunga. Of course, you have to push yourself. It's a go-go situation. Konke kwenteka fast, kunema deadlines, kunema klasi, kanjalo kanjalo. But in pushing yourself, do not blame yourself for things lusakakhona ukudenda. Uyabona, just so long as usafaka emandla, usa-researcher, usa-practice, kubonakala the efforts, your co-teachers, the principal, the school, iyabona ukuthi, you know what, this is a good teacher and she's still learning. But if you're a lazy teacher, naloko kuyabonakala ukuthi, oh, lo mfulu lona is not getting the concepts because lazy. Uyabona. So every time babone a development in you, babone lokungcono lokwentako, babone ukuthi, oh, you're not the same person you were yesterday or the same person you were last week. Kungabi ukuthi sonke isikhathi ubuta one and the same thing. Lokutshengisa ukuthi naso wetfa wena awudinika isikhathi sokuyipractice leyo nto leyo. So that's why I'm saying, just get the laptop. You'll definitely see a difference with whatever they teach you. We have practice. The next time meeting nabo, things get so much better. Believe me, when you start, it's hard. But the good thing is, as you continue, as you persevere, as you work hard, it definitely does get better. If I could do it, you can also do it. I never believed that I would reach a point where I'm so confident in my ESL teaching. I know so much. I don't know everything, but I know so much right now. I'm at a point that I have a YouTube channel where I also share the things that I've learned. So that was never even something I ever dreamed about. With me, confidence in the same sentence, but this is me now. Okay, so right now we're going to take a break. I have another clip for you to watch. It's me still teaching in a particular class. I just want to show you as a form of motivation that this is where I started this story, but now this is the point where I'm at. So that's the point where I'm at. I know what I'm doing. I'm confident. I'm learning from my co-teachers. They're learning from me. We're just building each other and we're building the students. So if I could do it, you can also do it as well. Okay, let's read the title together. Ready, go.
Story pictures.
Very good, story pictures. So you have to look at the pictures and then answer the questions. Now, let's look at the rules. So everyone, let's look at rule number 1. What do we do? Ready, go.
Look at the pictures.
So you have to look at the pictures. So we have picture 1, 2, and 3. Okay, number 2, ready, go. Listen to the story. So here, Mr. Wade and I will read the story, so you have to listen. So, do you use the book for this activity? Yes or no?
No.
Oh, very good. No book for you. Only. No, you just listen to the story. So only Mr. Wade and I will have the book. We read the story and you have to listen. And the last one, ready, go. Choose the correct picture. Well done. Okay, moving on along. Before we get to point number 4, just to add on the last point, Legutim, wanting things too soon. Usafika, and I had such high expectations, and I thought konke kutawulunga sikhathi sinye, such that when it didn't, I went into a state of depression. So, one of the things that also made me think I could do things soon, like I can push myself and just grab this thing and go, was that I really had this notion that ESL teaching was so easy. I was like, what? Ngeke mina ngihlule nginemvole. What? Sifundisa about dog. Like ubuka sithombe and just show a child, oh, what is this? Oh, it's a blah blah blah. Oh, does she have curly hair? Oh, ubeka eceleni. Oh, what is this? I just had, oh, what's the name of the sport? Guys, angifuna icala emanga shem. I just thought it was so easy. So nabe ngithi nangibukela nje ngibe like, wow, so easy. Ngeke mina ngihlule ngiloko. What bengifundisa high school mina, bengifundisa ama compositions mina, different complicated, but narrative composition, but discursive composition. Ngimloyo nje vele bengifundisa literature mina, bo Shakespeare, bo thou. Boy, was I humbled. I was very, very humbled. Ukuthi awuketi la kutofundisa letimfo lokucabanga wena utotifundisa ngale ndlela wena locabanga ukuthi utotifundisa ngayo. So realizing that sengilakhathi sekugijinywa sengibona ukuthi I am at ground zero. Yeah, drove me to a state of depression. So that's why I'm saying, please ungayichamukeli ESL like that. Ichamukele nje kahle nayo itabese iba ngcono on you. So mina nje, I think there was a very, very terrible mistake that I made, and I feel it cost me my confidence, my happiness, and the overall enjoyment when I go to class. Okay, moving on to number 4. What was the other mistake that I made? Okay, so mistake number 4 was trying to be somebody else, trying to be like other teachers and not be myself, not being the individual that I came to Taiwan as. So logo get affect when you come to a new country and you just want to like reinvent yourself. Reinvention is very good because it shows you're growing, you're changing, but you should change and grow while still maintaining who you are, while still maintaining your teaching style, while still maintaining, your personality, right? So minege angat noma I was lucky or unlucky. Ngaqala esikoleni where there were 8 foreign teachers. There were 8 foreign teachers, 4 Africans, and then there were like Americans, there were Filipinos, Canadians. It was just a mix, right? And there was this one teacher that I really looked up to, and I was like, if I can do things the way she does things, I would be a very good teacher, right? So instead of sharpening my skills, to like kusegcineni kuphume me, the teacher that I'm meant to be, the ESL teacher that I'm meant to be, ngagcina obsessed with doing things the way she was doing things. And ngahamba ngabona along the way ukuthi nako lokho is really causing me depression, because you can never be a copy and paste of somebody. Even if you're twins, you still have your own personality, right? So when I realized that it's not right, ukuthi ngifune kuba nguye. Yes, I can get motivation from her, I can be inspired by her, but I can never be her, right? So the moment I decided to shift my mind from trying to be somebody and started being inspired by different people, not just one person, inspiration from her, from somebody I saw on the internet, from somebody I saw on TV, from another ESL teacher. And then I looked at the things that resonate with me. And then I took all those things and I built myself up again. So I would say that was a huge mistake on my part. Never try to be somebody, but you can get motivation from somebody. You can watch a video, oh, this teaching style, that is such a good teaching style. And you can take it and transform it so that it suits your personality and your teaching style. So that's why I say in most of my videos, when I show you when I show you a book, or I show you some games, I'm not saying you take them as they are. If you like, you can take them as they are, because that means we're similar in our teaching style. But if you still want to add some spice or flavors that kind of show your teaching style or your personality, that is okay, right? So I wish I had done that in the beginning, because I feel like my self-esteem would have really, taken a huge boost from that kind of mindset. The mindset is, you know what, I am me, I'm who I am, I'm Zane, and I'm good enough. So I see what you're doing, I can take a few things, and I can build myself, build my own persona, build my own character. So that is what I did second year when I came to this school. I was like, you know what? I'm who I am, and I'm proud of who I am. And what I need to do is pick the things that work for me, and then build this character. So that is why in the end, you see me smiling the way I'm smiling, because I'm so confident in who I am, and I know when I do this in class, I'm doing it so that this happens. When I do this so for the results. I know the results that I want. So that makes a very, very confident teacher. Okay, moving along to number five. Mistake number five that I made was not documenting my life. When I was in Tainan, I did mention that I wasn't very happy because I didn't feel very confident in my ability to teach, but not throughout the year. By second semester, of course, I was so much better and I felt good. It's just that I just couldn't stay there anymore. Anyway, yeah, so I couldn't stay there anymore. I just wanted to change agencies as well. And also change agencies. And actually, at Tainan, the school that I was working for was an English village, right? So with an English village, there isn't much chance of growth and development, because you do one and the same thing every day. So I didn't feel inspired. It's not what I left home to do. I wanted something more challenging and something that's going to inspire me as I continue with my journey in Taiwan, and also the growth. I just wanted that growth that comes with ESL teaching. And I felt like in this school, I got that. So going back to the mistake number four, it's that I didn't document my life. Like I mentioned, I wasn't really happy. I wasn't really confident. I was just going with the flow. So because of that, I didn't really document my life as much. I didn't take a lot of pictures at school, pictures of my projects, pictures in the town, some videos, because documenting your life, taking pictures and videos is not only for showing off on social media. You can take those pictures and save them as private on your Facebook, your TikTok, your YouTube. Take those videos and make them private, make them for you, so that in the long run, you look back and say, oh, I was in Tainan and this is what I did. This is what happened. So for me, most of the things that I did in Tainan are just a memory or a story. I don't really have much that I did, you know. I don't know. I think that was a huge, huge mistake, because in the long run, when I'm not here anymore, my children, my grandchildren, my family, my sister's kids, my brother's kids, they'll look back on these videos and say, oh, that was our aunt. Oh, that was, mommy. She used to do this. She used to do that. And they get to see your personality and they get to see your adventures, which is amazing. So I'm saying, even if you're in a state of depression, you still don't have the grasp. You still haven't grasped everything yet. So please do not shy away from documenting your life. It's not only about making it public, it's also just up for you to say, I was here, this is what I did, and this is my life when I was in Taiwan. So I really regret that part when I didn't document most of my stories in Tainan. And also in that school, I did a lot of nice projects. It's an English village. We have a lot of practical things that we did. We did a lot of projects. We also did a lot of crafts. And we had these rooms that were designed to look like real life, situations, a real life airport, a real life restaurant, a real life supermarket. So I regret not documenting more about that. But if I could turn back the hands of time, I would definitely document my life. Even if times were hard, things were tough, I was still adjusting and adapting. I would say document your life, take pictures, take videos, and save them as private. That is your story. Happy or sad, confident or low self esteem, that is your story. All right, now moving on to the last one. You know, the last one is going to shock you. It's going to shock the hell out of you. It shocks me up to this day, and you wouldn't expect it. You know, guys, mistake number 6 was that in my first year of ESL teaching, I didn't save a lot of money. Unbelievable. I didn't save a lot of money, and I think it's a terrible mistake because so now we are at number 6, the last one. This one is quite, difficult to talk about because it is so, so wrong on so many levels. And you wouldn't expect it, right? You wouldn't expect that somebody to send a contract, a renewable contract every year, a performance based contract like inga renew what's ending now. So mistake number 6 that I made when I first started ESL teaching was not to save a lot of money. I did not save a lot of money, which is quite wrong because I come from, a country where I was a permanently employed person. I was pensionable. I didn't have to worry about contracts so long as I was working diligently, as so long as I was professional. I didn't do any misconduct, right? So when I came here, I think normally ngcono beyisort of vele ilemva ukuthi hayi mina I just have to worry about conduct ukuthi ngidiphatha kahle emsebentini. I don't have to worry about a lot. But when I got here, yeah, kwalahleka kancane lo siphela i-contract leyo yabona. So leyo mali loyitfolako, as much as you need to enjoy yourself, you need to go out, you need to explore, you need to do this, but you need to really, really save and save a lot of money because njengoba ngisho nje i-contract, anything can happen. So kuyafuna ukuthi noma ngabe sekwendekeni kanjani leni asathi, but God forbid though, kube khona lo nako lokubekile lokusita ukuthi oh Nkosi yami nakuphela i-contract, nayo imali lengiyakhile, nayo i-project lenginayo, impilo ichubeke. So for me, it's really embarrassing to say my first year, I didn't quite save ngaleyo ndlela yokuthi, what, end of the contract ngifuna kwenteke nayo i-project nayo, end of the contract ngifuna kwenteke. I was just going with the flow, going with the flow. I think mostly it was the depression that I was under because I wasn't sure what's happening. The school was so serious, everybody's working. Bona ngathi wonke umfu uyathi siwendani, ngimi ngedwa nje lo ndizako loliphepha nje longathi siwendani. But that is not an excuse, guys. That is not an excuse at all. Now ufika lana, I'll see permanent, I'll see pensionable. You are a contracted worker. So first you need to really work hard, you need to prove yourself, you need to be diligent, no misconduct, and then nayiphela i-contract yakho so ukuthi iphethe kahle usave, okay? Save and do something meaningful. Kubonakale ukuthi iphela i-contract nayo info le meaningful engiyendile. Not to compete though, but nje for yourself. Ukuthi yo khona le ngikwendile, and noma kungathiwa-ke seyiyaphela i-contract sekwendekani, kukhona lokuncane lengikwendile. And I think on my part it was such a mistake. Kude lengathi ku-big. Kukhona of course because uyahola every month, but mina angibuka emuva. Ngiyabona ukuthi, you know what, girl, you could have done better. I definitely could have done way, way better with my saving skills and just, doing something meaningful with my money. Thank you once again for joining me for yet another riveting, riveting episode. I hope you really enjoyed it. If you are a regular watcher and a subscriber, thank you so much for always making me your channel of choice. But if you haven't subscribed, please click that subscribe button and join the family. See you in the next one. Bye.